between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Ekeler. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open here, Adam Thielen. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for Detroit. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, if they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. Called a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
The 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. They've got his man complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
On play action, they'll under pressure, they got him again. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Two straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down down again. Uchenna Nwosu. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Herbert. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. Out to his left. And this is Cook with a grab. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. On 4th down, Herbert rolling to his left. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down.
Not sure I agree with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Julian Okwara just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. To try again after the sack. Herbert on the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number 1 job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 36.
And the Lions 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top of the game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half.
At the 38-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert now. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. It's caught inside the 25. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Let's go, let's bring it.
Herbert operating from the red zone, being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And Cook has it, left side. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That is caught by Thielen. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Adam Thielen, 31 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. He finds some open field here. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kareem Hunt with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Now the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 80 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once more, here's Eckler. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Herbert on first down now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, it's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be. Just because.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way, significantly. And the guys who play in the second and the third level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. On first down, Swift. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Chargers 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 2nd down, Swift. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 77 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, here's Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run, too. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, Swift, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just keeping the play alive. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
13-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. You'll get this one.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
17-yard line.
On third down, here comes Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there for L.A. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert steps away. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like that memory was a little too long there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. gets ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points